All right, I've got 7 o'clock. This is the regular town board meeting for January 23rd of the Farmington Town Board. And first item is Pledge of Allegiance. We've got a public hearing. It's not. Actually, the Pledge of Allegiance on the agenda is before the public hearing, which is normally that way. So we'll do the public hearing.
Okay. Please take notice that a public hearing will be held by the town board, the town of Farmington, on the 23rd day of January 2024 at 7 p.m. at the Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York, regarding the adoption of a local law which would permit the town board to adopt a budget for the 2025 fiscal year that requires a real property tax levy in excess of the amount otherwise prescribed in General Municipal Law, Section 3C. Any person shall be entitled to be heard upon said proposed local law at such public hearing. Copies of said proposed local law are available for review at the Town of Farmington Town Hall, 1000 County Road 8, Farmington, New York. This by resolution of the Town Board of the Town of Farmington.
Thank you. So we've been doing this, I think, since 2011 in January. We always have these resolutions the next fiscal year. So we're in fiscal year 24 now. We passed the resolution similar to this in 23, but 24. And as the legal notice said, this is for 2025. My predecessor, Ted Fafinski, never trusted the state. And even though we do our formulas according to the New York State, if we're close and all of a sudden they change the rules, and they say we're over the tax limit when we're not, or we say we're not, it's better just to pass the resolution and then we don't get fined if we happen to go over the text. Anybody have any comments? This is a public hearing. Anybody online? Any town board members or staff? Okay, I close the public hearing. And now we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. If Ed, would you lead us, please?
Certainly. Properly. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ed.
Yep.
Next thing is approval of the minutes. We have 2, the organizational meeting and the town board meeting, both were held on January 9th. We'll move.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Any changes, corrections? Actually, wait a couple of minutes. Councilman Barman is not here, but he may be online. Nope.
No,
Not gonna be.
he just texted you.
All right, thank you. He won't be online tonight. Okay, he's under the weather. Thank you. And so any corrections to either of those minutes? And I had a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Privilege of the floor or public concerns? Any privilege of the floor or public concerns? Anybody online? Privilege of the floor and public concerns. Hearing none, reports of standing committee, Public Works.
Yeah, on the water treatment side of things, most of the stuff is ongoing, so I'll just give a couple quick bullet points. Belts for the belt press we talked about, hopefully they are scheduled to ship this week. We've been working on prices for a new flash mixer down at the plant. And we also had a report, out of the new meters we have in. We now have 234 meters that we're able to read remotely. Only about 4,000 left to go. Get those all remote read. We've been talking for a while about flow meters. We actually have a resolution tonight to purchase 2 more flow meters to go out in the system. Did get a report just on the lead and copper survey that's ongoing. It's still moving along. We have an intern that's going through scanned blueprints And still basically working on a list of where we're gonna have to physically go out and dig up curb stops to make sure there's no lead in the system. And there's 5 different resolutions on the agenda for water and sewer that we can discuss as they come up. Highway and Parks, obviously they had a busy weekend, last weekend with the constant snow. Plowing, salting. They were able to get some roots cut out of a drainage pipe over on Flaxen with the help of the water department. And they were also busy, cleaning up tree damage, from the recent windstorms. We do have a resolution tonight to hire a mechanic, which I know Tim is pretty excited about getting on staff.
Yes.
And they've been working on GPS installs in the town vehicles as well. On the parks, obviously kind of ongoing, a lot of the same stuff as highway, obviously plowing, salting. Working on picnic tables, benches, and then again, picking up trees and pruning branches from the windstorms. And well, there's actually two resolutions on the agenda for highway and parks. And we can go over those later on.
All right, thank you. Town operations.
Operations met, short report. We got 4 resolutions coming up. Next week on January 30th, 4 o'clock, we're gonna have a workshop with the applicant for the proposed Whitestone Incentive Zoning Project. Concept design is out here. There's nothing to report on the Farmington Market Center. Expected. The Ag Advisory Committee has requested a preliminary draft of the overlay district regulations to be discussed at their next meeting, March 21st. We have requested a review of the appointment procedure for members. The Building Department, Director of Planning, and Planning Board Chair will give their reports. So like,
All right, thank you. Reports of town officials, supervisor, 3 quick things. Remind everybody that town and county taxes and the water and sewer bills are due by the end of the month. We did get through our first week of external audit, and the audit team will be back in February. We are looking for a part-time clerk of the board. And if anybody's interested, contact Marcy Daniels with their interest. And appreciate that. We do get some names. Highway and Parks.
So I talked this morning about the streetlights. So I called Mike Russell from Tamby Electric this afternoon. And so he told me that he was able to make the new SimCon node work in the lights. I gave him one of our lights so he could look at it and figure out how it was wired. And so this new SimCon node that they're come out with, he's figured it out and got it wired so it doesn't need to go on the pole like it was. So he's gonna send me a spec sheet and cut sheet on it. And he's also gonna give me a price if we want to purchase lights for him because he can build them.
Interesting. We haven't heard back from Mr. Farrick yet.
And I haven't heard back from Mr. Farrick.
All right. Thanks.
Once I get that information, I will pass it along and we can determine what we'll do from there with the streetlights.
We need to send it to the manufacturer of the node to make sure.
it's slow.
I'm not an electrician. But yeah, so he's actually gonna build the 2 for the self-storage. So we'll get those up on commercial, and he's also building 2 for Power and Construction Group for Monarch Banner.
Okay, we'll see.
Where it goes.
Town clerk.
Well, as Peter mentioned earlier, yes, town and county taxes and the water and sewer bills last week without a penalty, so it's been very busy. Today alone, we did over $500,000. In the 3 weeks, we've done a little over 3 million, so hopefully these banks will come in and it's gonna be busy for the next week.
Great. Robin, water and sewer.
We've been hauling the dirt away over at the sewer treatment plant, the stuff that we dig when we go out for water main breaks and such, and probably another day, maybe 2 days, and that'll be gone, so we can build a new shop anytime you want.
Wow. How's that design coming, Bill?
Looks like I got work to do.
Let's get the water line projects done.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, thanks, Robin.
Yep.
Building and zoning.
We've been very busy with many applications coming in and getting them prepared to go to the planning board. And I'm sure Ed's gonna mention that. We've also been busy, preparing to get the assessors files sent out. We're gonna start that work beginning of February. And as always, this time of the year, we've been doing a lot of year-end reports that we have to submit to the state. So we're trying to gather all that information for them.
All right, thanks. Planning board.
Certainly, we have, the re-subdivision of the Powell Family Trust at the crossing piece that we're gonna discuss again. And we have the Paddock Landing re-subdivision as well as the site plan approval, which will come up again for public hearing. And then we have, Creekwood Phase 2, where we will deem the application ready to begin seeker, thus we can set the public hearing date for it. Kind of our first one of the new process of us having, the planning board having to deem that we have enough information to move forward with the public hearing. We'll start that. So we'll set the public hearing for Creekwood and move forward. I assume we'll have many more on this list of having to set the public hearing date for it, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good, thank you.
That's it.
Director of Planning and Development, Ron.
Yeah, the town ops report was posted today on the website. The latest information on projects. There are some parts of that I just want to highlight. One is the resident survey for the Park and Rec Master Plan. They'll be going out on or about February 1st. We'll be sending out postcards with the QR scan on them. So you can scan that and go directly to the survey, fill it out and send it back electronically. For those that may just not pay any attention to those postcards, there's other contact information in the town ops report, as well as there will be an article in the newspaper next week coming up, and also Facebook. So hopefully we'll get a good response like we did for the comprehensive plan. Farmington Market Center, I had hoped, based on a discussion I had last Friday with the applicant's attorney, to have good information to say we can move forward. For some reason, I haven't gotten that, so we'll just have to wait and see what's going on. The TAP sidewalk project is out for formal bidding. The opening of the bids is scheduled for 10 a.m. on Wednesday morning, February 7th, here at the town hall. The 1816 museum, having received now a lot of grant monies, are getting together their special use permit and site plan application, which has to be approved by the planning board. And then finally, the fire department is working with an engineering firm to review and to identify those projects that are applicable in the hazard mitigation plan that was submitted by the town for improving the facilities over there at station number 2 on Oak Road. A lot of things happening here in town. I encourage everybody to read the town ops report. There's over 20 some other items there to look at, understand where the status is, and keep informed. That's it.
Thank you, Ron. Town engineer, Bill.
Yep, Brickyard Road tank, just to update there, we'll have a pre-con coming up soon. We are getting insurances and bonds in from each of the four contractors, so that's moving along. Bidding currently the digester sludge removal project. And we may look to modify that slightly just so that we get some additional bidders as we talked about today in Public Works. And Town Grove Park, we are prepared to bid that project. Actually, I just forwarded an updated bid schedule to Town Board and Public Works, so looking to bid that around February. And we'll coordinate as requested a meeting with the Rec Advisory Board too in between the time now until we go to bid, so. And then we've just been working on taking a look at what we need to do to update the water and sewer district maps, which was part of the comprehensive plans.
Yep. A lot of information going back and forth on that today.
Yep.
All right, thank you. Nobody from Recreation tonight, nobody from Agricultural Advisor, and no assessor reports this evening. Vacations are on file. Reports and minutes are on file. And we'll go next to resolutions. Resolution authorizing the adoption of the town board of the town of Farmington, local law number 1, 2024. The local law to override the tax levy limit established by general municipal law 3C, and this requires a roll call vote. Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve.
Supervisor Inglesby,
Aye.
Councilman Herondine,
Aye.
Councilman Casale,
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Aye.
Motion passes. Number 2 is a resolution authorizing the adoption of a budget for the fiscal year 2025 on behalf of special districts and or fire district, fire protection districts, and to set forth the schedule attached herein, which may be part of the required real property tax levy in excess of the amount prescribed in general municipal law 3C.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike, and again, this requires a roll call vote.
Supervisor Inglesby,
Aye.
Councilman Herondine,
Aye.
Councilman Casale,
Aye.
Councilman Holtz.
Aye.
Thank you. Number 3 is a resolution authorizing additional organization consulting services from John Piper Mutual Choices and rate not to exceed $9.50 per month.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Steve. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 4 is the resolution rescheduling the June 25th town board meeting to Wednesday, June 26th, here at the Farmington Town Hall. And that's due to the federal primary elections on Tuesday.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. All in favor? Aye. Aye. 5 is a resolution approving a partial release of funds, release number 2, with a letter of credit for work within the phase 1 of Hathaway's Corners project, the villas at Hathaway's Corners, in total amount of $76,788.49.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Ron. Any comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6 is a resolution to award a bid to Hudson Machinery LLC for a vacuum trailer with belt exerciser and alternate tools at a cost not to exceed $136,081.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 7 is a resolution authorizing waiving of the emergency lodge fees for the Kiwanis All Stars Relay Life fundraiser on April 20th, 2024.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 8's resolution adopting local law 2 of 2024, amending chapter 126 of the Farmington Town Code entitled Individual On-Site Wastewater Treatment Systems and directing the filing of said local law with the New York State Secretary of State.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Ron. Again, this takes effect once the state has reported it. All in favor?
Aye.
Ninth resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a proposal from SWBR for architectural and engineering services, construction documents and the bidding phase for the renovations in the lower level of the town hall that cost not to exceed $9,950. So
Second.
motion by Steve, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Hence a resolution authorizing electronic withdrawal of paychecks monthly analyst fees.
So moved.
Mike, second by Ron. Now we do this every year. All in favor?
Aye.
11 is a resolution approving the purchase of flow meters from CPE at a cost not to exceed $19,850. So moved. Second. Motion by Steve, second by Ron. This will add 2 more sewer flow meters to our inventory. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Follows resolution to recall and amend resolution 454 of 2023 for the purchase of 3 new and unused belts for the belt press Farmington sewer plant at a cost not to exceed $7,109.10.
Second.
So basically, all we're doing is recalling the previous approved resolution and adding in the free. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 13 is a resolution appointing Jeremy Hotchkiss to the Board of Assessment Review for a term ending September 30th, 2025.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Ron, and this is to replace Ed Heminger on the board. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 14 is a resolution supporting a grant application to the New York Archives 2024-2025 Government Records Management Improvement Fund Program for document conversion, access, highway and parks department records.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 15 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of an easement for property located at 1722 Ackerman Way. So moved. Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 16 is a resolution reappointing Doug Payne to the Board of Assessment Review for a term ending September 30th, 2028.
So, second.
Not turn. All in favor?
Aye.
17 is a resolution authorizing acceptance of a quote from Coliseum Industries for replacement of a sludge pump variable drive at the wastewater treatment plant, cost not to exceed $5,000.
So moved.
Second by Mike, or first by Mike, second by Ron. All in favor?
Aye.
18, confirming resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sign a customer service order with Spectrum Enterprises for internet at Mercedes Park at a cost not to exceed one-time installation fee of $99, construction fee of $6,515.40, and then a monthly service fee of $64.99 per month.
So moved.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. For this approval, down to just the gold part. That doesn't have internet. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, 19 is abstract number 2 to pay the bills for 2024. General, $146,785.36. Highway Fund, $48,475.41. County Road 8 Water Line, $1,250. North Road Capital Project, $100. Town Park Improvements, $6,976. Town Hall Capital Project, $720. Retensia Water Line, $2,385. Water Tank Repair, $16,600. Route 332 Colette, $2,415. Storm drainage, $7,128.58. Lighting district, $2,025.91. Sewer district, $65,797.36. Water district, $25,052.20. Payroll deductions, $7,667.16. For total abstract, $333,978.18. Have a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. Any abstentions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We don't have any training under $100, nothing to be discussed tonight. Any objections to waiver the rule for two resolutions? Hearing none. First one is confirming resolution authorizing a change in title for Trevor Went from MEO Light in the Parks Department to MEO in the Highway Department.
So moved.
Second. Motion by Mike, second by Ron. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution waiver number 2. Resolution authorizing the Highway Park Superintendent to hire Kyle Markgraf for the mechanic position in the Highway Department effective February 5th, 2024 at a rate of $29 per hour. So moved.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Mike. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. One last question. Anybody online or in the room have anything to bring to the town board at this time?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe I sent all the board members a copy of the summary of what AMVET Post 332 did last year. Pretty impressive, over $22,000, I believe, in direct support to helping veterans. And 40-something thousand, if you included hours and mileage and all the rest. We continue to focus on veterans in crisis, those that need help immediately with support of some kind. And that's what I believe sets our post apart from pretty much any other organization right now. And if we can help a veteran immediately with what their needs are, because we find that veterans typically do not come to ask help until about 24 hours before they need it, before it's critical for them. So whether it's a car payment, whether it's a utility bill, whether it's anything, and wait till the last minute, and we're one of the very few organizations that can address it, take care of it in literally hours, but typically within 24 hours without a question. So we're pretty proud of what we do, and we continue to do that and continue to support the community. And thank the board for all your support, letting us use the meeting room as well as Mertensia Lodge for our veterans luncheon. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ed. And I'm very glad to be a member of the AMVETS, and some of the examples are just somebody needs a ride. They need a gas card. They don't have money they have a car, but don't have money. Yeah, a bed.
Yeah.
Just,
One of my latest ones that I thought was interesting was, a guy called me and he wanted me to help him buy a car. I ain't gonna help him buy a car. So I get back to him, I says, you need to go down someplace and get approved for buying a car, get your whatever. He says, I got approved, I got a car. Calls me up the next day and says, I can't pick it up because I don't have $216 for the insurance, which will allow me to buy a car. So I says, well, hook me up with your insurance company, and I did, and paid him online in literally less than an hour. Had his USAA insurance, and he was ready to go, and he got his car. I got a call 2 days,
Sorry, go ahead.
2 days later, get a call and says, well, I got the car, I got a job. I can't start work till I have steel-toed boots, and I don't have $50 to get steel-toed boots. So we bought him steel-toed boots, so he started his job, now he's got a job. He's a productive member of society again, because we could come up with a couple little pieces of cash to help him over a home. And we did it all in a matter of days, so
yeah,
it's pretty cool.
They usually don't let you buy their car without insurance.
I don't know where he went either, he got the car, but it was one of those, well, he had to get insurance and he didn't, so, no, well, we took care of it. And it was so easy to do, I hate to say this, over the phone with the insurance company, and they sent me off to a secure way to do it, so I was real happy. USA did a great job with it, so.
And the nice process we have, that the AMVET's Board of Directors and the members have agreed to is we can do this all by email.
Exactly.
You send out a request for the $50 for the steel toe boots, and the majority of the Board of Directors, you know, within a day or less than that, gets back and say, yes, 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 and then you have the authority to spend the money. So it's a great process.
Yeah, the chair we got for the guy up in Sodas Point, got him a lift chair, because the VA said he had to have one so he could stay in his house. But because it's classified as furniture, the VA couldn't purchase it. So they called me up. Long story short is, we ended up getting him a $2,200 chair for $861 delivered from Pennsylvania and set up in the guy's house, and literally in 8 days. And now he's able to stay in his house, he's happy, he's comfy, he can get up and out of his chair. And Golden Technologies really helped us out down in Pennsylvania. And yeah, we did it quickly and took care of it. And I get calls from VA all the time because they can't do something. We took a female vet, this is one of my other favorite ones. Female vet, the social worker said, we're concerned with this veteran over the long weekend that she won't be alive by the end of the weekend. Because her ex-husband was on the prowl and nobody knew where he was, and he had a restraining order, which we know doesn't mean anything. And so we put her up in a hotel for 5 days, and they actually caught the husband, put him in jail, so she was able to be safe at the end of that. We do that stuff all the time. Release an agent. No bail system, they'll lock them up, keep them there. I'm not gonna go there.
This stupid state.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Thanks for those comments. That's the end of the regular town board meeting. We do have to go in executive session. And you know, it says it on there, so let me read it. To discuss proposed pending and current litigation. Can I have a motion to go in executive session?
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve, all in favor?
Hey, Ron.
Should be about 20 minutes. We will not
Let's
make any
consider adding a
decision.
line on our final site plan resolution, with the condition that they must get with staff to get all.
Thank you, everybody, for attending.
Building permit.